one continuous binding.
Right, and you get out your pencil or your fabric marking pen and a little ruler because you are going to draw.
Let me just straighten this a little bit better.
You're going to draw the line that you'll be sewing on.
This is so we can have diagonal seams that lie flatter on our binding.
This is really what elevates binding into something sort of special. It's that diagonal seam.
So they're not lumpy.
And this is very tricky. You need to take your time and not be watching TV or anything.
Okay, I'm going to pin that. Now it's important then that we're going to keep putting right sides to right sides. Right. These would be longer strips.
It's very easy to twist this strip, to twist this binding, so you need to make sure you're checking your work before you're sewing anything down.
Same angle. And I'll just give you a little word to the wise. If you're using a solid fabric or a batik or a plaid, they're the same right side and wrong side, and so you got to pay real close attention to what side is up, or you'll get a twist.
And you will, and you'll just, you know.
And if you
remove it and do it again.
If you do the angle the wrong way, you're going to have a right angle in your binding. Right. I have done it.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got my sewing machine with my needle at the center, and I'd have a whole bunch of these, not just these two. I'd have a whole bunch.
Are you set up right?
Yes,
there?
I'm at the middle. I'm at 3.5. Okay, so I'm going to stitch on that line. Very simple. And I didn't even, my pin was just over to the side, so I didn't have to worry about that too much. And I, you know, because I love chaining, I just bring my next seam in here, and I would have a whole batch of these done just like this.
And another good tip is that when you are cutting out your quilt and you are piecing together the top of your quilt, especially if it's scrappy and you know you want a specific binding, you want that fabric for your binding, not a bad idea to cut out your strips and make your binding or prepare some of your binding and set it aside so that you don't use it all up by the time you get to your binding.